What's going on, guys? I want to do a little trade recap on Apple. So I played Apple options today pretty fairly early off the morning. Now, I played 15 contracts, and I played contracts that were slightly in the money. And the only reason why I did that is because Apple tends to move a little bit slower than some of the stocks that I normally play, like Tesla and Nvidia. The range obviously isn't that big, but when the chart pattern kind of sets up, something that I look for, I've got to take the trade. I've got to be in the trade. I just have to take that size so I can make that dollar amount. So pulled a little bit over 1100 off those 15 contracts. I went with the 177.50s. And I want to show you what I was looking for, why I took this trade, what was the potential. So everything for me starts off on the daily time frame. It's got to start off with the daily. Without a good daily chart, there's nothing there for me to kind of work with. So looking at my homework, coming into the day today, I liked how Apple kind of put in this close over the 50-day moving average. We back tested and then we punched higher. Now, if you notice where Apple closed yesterday, we closed right at this linear regression around 179.50. Okay. So 179.50 is a pivot level, because if we can kind of pull back, or if we can kind of catch support, if we can take out yesterday's highs, look at the amount of space that we have over the linear regression. We have room all the way into 181.50. We actually got above that price. We put in a high at one point in time of 182.40s. I want to point out something here going back to the middle of October, the 11th and 12th area. This area, last time we were rejected here. If you want to call this a double top, sure, call it a double top. If we start to get any confirmation over today's highs, Apple has a lot of room to go. Do we pull back maybe again into the 5-day moving average? Maybe. So let's kind of get into what exactly I was looking for off the bell. If we notice the pre-market action, let me really pull up like the 5-minute chart here, and I want to show you guys pre-market. So if we look at what was going on here in pre-market, look at the pre-market high sitting down here at around 179, okay? So I already know that I have a good daily. I already understand that if we can take out that daily and start getting over yesterday's highs, over that linear regression, we had room into the 181s and a half, right? So all essentially I was looking to do is just wait for Apple to confirm yesterday's highs and go ahead and get in. I already had space. Now, again, for some of you guys who may be out there, you can't just do this every day with some random stock. Oh, well, hey, we took out, yesterday's highs, or, hey, we took out pre-market levels. I went long and then I lost a trade. You have to have room in the trade. So again, that's what I try to teach at Evolution Traders is, in that community, in that mentorship, learning my strategy through the courses, we want to go pick the best stocks, right? We want to pick the best ones that look good for the next day. And if you don't have the right stock or the right levels to kind of look for, you're kind of dead in the water. So I got in immediately off the bell. Okay, we shot up here, we pulled a little bit back, but I have support. I have support at the 10, the 20, the 50-day moving average. I've got support down here at pre-market lows. So I was willing to risk about $1 on this trade, $1.25 or so. The entry price was around 179.20s, 179.30s by the time I got filled. You got a clear stop loss down here below all this support, looking at around 178.20s, right? So you're giving yourself about $1 risk. So look at it in a sense of this. If you're trading 100 share lots, right? If you're trading 100 shares, you're going to lose about $100 on a trade. So do your math and manage your risk from there. Being that I took those 15 contracts and we did get this pop up here very relatively quickly off the bell, we move into around 180 from a 179.23 price target. As we started to clear this linear regression and we started to punch higher here at around 655, I understand two things. First hour candle is going to close. We could reject and come back down. I'm up over 75 cents a contract. Over 75 cents on the price of the stock, based on where I got in from, and I'm in the money. So I take half size off. And I just let the rest run. You want to get into a habit of, as long as you're still over your technical levels, that you want to hold these trades as long as you can. I would love to say that I sold all the way up here at 182. I did not. I was able to catch a little bit more of the move, and as we started to get into those 181.20s, 181 and a half, from my entry point of around 179, I took almost $2 off this move. And for me, if I can get 50 cents, 80 cents out of Apple, somewhere in that range, that's a great trade. So for me to almost get $2 off Apple was a fantastic trade. That's how I was able to do over $1,100 trading Apple options using this strategy. Again, it starts with a daily, goes to pre-market, then we see how much potential we have. Then from there, all we do is execute, and we go in with the right amount of size for the ATR based on the price of stock. Guys, I have one more spot available for mentorship and the community access to courses, one-on-one coaching, live community watch list, where I put these levels in. Apple was in the watch list coming into the day today. So if you were in Evolution Traders, you had a clear indicator of where we were looking to get in prior to the market kind of doing what it did. So again, if you want access to that, I've only got one spot left. It's a first come, first serve basis. I'm going to be increasing the price by double. I would love to see you guys in on the inside, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.